Okay, it's the Steam Awards. This is what's going on Steam right now, where you can actually nominate the games for awards, and I think this is really cool. I'm really happy that they do this kind of stuff, that they get the input from the players, and you can nominate games that are normally maybe not represented as much. So I thought I'd make this real video in real time and actually make my own choices for some of the games. So let's start. The first one is Game of the Year. And it's only showing two games for me. I don't know why. But between these two games, um, I'm not sure what I would put. Because both of these games are excellent. Midnight Walk and Nightmares. Little Nightmares 3. Both games were excellent. They were really fun to play. I would say Nightmares was a little bit more fun to play than Midnight Walk. Midnight Walk was more of a puzzle, whereas Nightmares was more of a sneaky, short little, you know, puzzle type of scenario. It wasn't really complicated. In that regard, I think Nightmares kind of wins. And also, I would say it's a little bit more polished as a game. Midnight Walk was a really well made game from people who really took the time to put the work into it, and you can really tell a good job with that game. But I think I'm going to go ahead and nominate Little Nightmares. It's funny that I only put in 4 hours because I finished the game in 2 days. It was really fun. So yeah, I'm going to nominate Little Night that one. Our game of the award. Oh, I don't play VR, but I will give Midnight Walk that one. Okay. Of Love. This game has been out for a while. The team is well past the debut of their creative baby. You're being the good parents they are. But being the good parents they are, these devs continue to nurture and support their creation. This game to this day is still getting new content after all these years. Okay, so in my mind, I already know what that game is going to be. But let's see what choices we have here. It's showing 4 games for me: War Thunder, Pacific Drive, Play the Princess, and Dystopica. I played Dystopica for half an hour in total. I'm still not sure what this game is supposed to be. I mean, I read a little bit about the creator, the developer. It's a one-person team, and he basically created a city with some cyberpunk vibes and music in the background to kind of just chill out. And there's no strategy. It's just a simple game of kind of like city building in the future without a purpose. It's just a vibe game more than anything. And people have really good reviews, actually overwhelmingly positive reviews, as you can see. But I haven't really gotten into it. Slay the Princess was a short game. It's a visual novel. It's like reading a book, but you're actually participating in how you're going to answer and see where the story kind of goes. It wasn't my favorite game. It was okay for what it is. Pacific Drive was a fantastic game, but it had one downside to it, in my opinion, and that is that the game story was shorter than the ability for you to actually build the car to the max. I think I finished my car maybe up to 70%, and that's me taking extra time to build it and make it better and better. But I could have finished the game much sooner than that. And that game is fantastic. War Thunder, of course, I've put in, look at that, almost 13,500 hours into it. That's what, 7 years now I've been playing this game. I mean, I would say that Labor of Love probably deserves War Thunder, but I mean, for those who know War Thunder, those who play this game, they will know that there's a lot of issues with the development team in the way that they conduct their business with this game and how they make their money, even though it's a free to play game. They do put a lot of work into it, but the game mechanics and politics of this game goes, it's hard to give it love, you know. Although they probably deserve the the reward, they deserve the vote. This game has been out for 12, 13 years. They celebrated their 13th year anniversary. So I think they do deserve it, but I'm not sure. I mean, for me, it's between these two games, Pacific Drive and War Thunder. Pacific Drive was very fun. It was a very good game. Does it deserve the labor of award? Nah, they're not old enough to kind of get it. Compared between these two games, this game has been around for 13 years. This has been around for a year. Yeah, it just came out in February 2024. So to give them this award is unfair. I'm gonna have to say War Thunder. Okay, I think I've already voted for War Thunder last time, but okay, let's go on to the best game on Steam Deck award. I don't play Steam Decks. I just used the PC. But this game was so good, you wanted to take it everywhere. So you grabbed your Steam Deck and did. Luckily, everything that made it endlessly playable at your desk got even better on the go. Not really true in my case, but let's see what we can nominate. Looks like it's the only two games of the year. This game was so good, so you took it everywhere. I gotta go with the Nightmares again. Midnight Walk was great, but compared to Little Nightmares, I think it just delivered on the simplicity. So you kind of get to enjoy the game as you move along. You don't get stuck much. Midnight Walk, I had a couple of moments where I had to figure out the puzzle. And because you're playing first person, you kind of have to remember where to go sometimes. Even though it was simple maps, simple map design, I still feel like it was a little bit confusing. More often than it should have been. Even though it was very little, it still was. That was kind of like a negative point for me. But overall, excellent game. Both are excellent games. Let's see what popular and recommended games are. I know Arc Raiders is getting a lot of love right now. Stellar Blade also getting overwhelmingly positive reviews. I tried the demo. I wasn't super impressed, but the game looked okay. It's not my cup of tea. Don't know those ones. Spider-Man, Silksong, yes. Here, this game is very hard. I played that one today on my stream. Not Silksong, but the original. I can't get into it. I just can't. I'm not enjoying that one too much. So I don't know. I think I'll go with the Nightmares again. For this kind of category, I think Nightmares deserves it. Better with Friends award. There are some games out there that just aren't the same when you play by yourself. Not in my case. Maybe you need to have a friend to watch your back. Maybe you need to have a friend that you can stab in their back. Either way, fun is awaiting those who gather friends together to play this game. Yeah, Nightmares was the game on my mind as soon as I read that. Because you do have a player, even though it's a computer controlled player, that helps you out, it still counts. Yeah, I think I'll just have to nominate. What else? Can I put Midnight Walk? I can. Because that one, you also have a companion, but he doesn't really help you. It's just kind of like a character in the game. But again, yeah, no. This one's gonna have to be Little Nightmares again. Because it was actually part of the game that you needed their help. Okay, next one. Outstanding Visual Style Award. Visual style doesn't aspire to real-world graphical fidelity, though a noble goal in itself. It describes a distinctive look and feel that suffuses an entire game. Visual style. Outstanding Visual Style Award. Yeah, I was actually gonna say Midnight Walk. As soon as I read that category, that's the one that stands out to me. The other game that stands out is I'm not gonna remember it now. Okay, yeah, let's see what other people are choosing. Yeah, Midnight Walk deserves this one. I think out of all the games that I've played, it's the one that, as soon as I read that, that's the game that deserves that title. Okay, most innovative gameplay. The designers of this game are at the front lines of creative experimentation, bringing a fresh perspective and breaking surprises. This game delighted, inspired, and entertained with newness never played before. Well, I just played the game today. Poly Beast. Silly Poly Beast. That was kind of new. That was kind of different. But let's see what the nominees are. I keep getting the same games. I'm getting over a cold, so forgive for nipping a little bit. If anyone's even watching. Anywho, most innovative gameplay. Innovative gameplay. Death Stranding. I think I'm gonna go with Death Stranding for this one. Oh, I can't select the game that released this year. Hmm. This category is kind of hard because it's very specific. Militär. It hasn't released yet. White Knuckle. Yes. Okay, let me see if I can find this one. White Knuckle was a... Yes. That game fits the most innovative gameplay, in my opinion. I only played the demo, but I still haven't been able to finish the demo because it just keeps going and going, and I have to keep trying and trying to get higher and higher. Basically, what this game is like a rock climbing simulator in a sense, except you're not climbing mountains, you're climbing a tower that you're supposed to be working at. But the surprise is that you're the only worker in this abandoned tower, right? So something's going on. There's a bunch of weird creatures everywhere, and there's no people around. It's just you, and you're supposed to climb. Anyways, it's very creative. It's very innovative. So I'm going to nominate White Knuckle for that one. Best Game You Suck At Award. This is the game that rewards persistence and is not for the faint of heart. It's the toughest game we've ever loved. Oh yeah, I know exactly who this is. This is Black Myth, but I don't think it came out this year. Yeah, unfortunately.
Berserker, the first. Yeah, that one. I played the demo. And it's a Souls-like game, right? So out of all the games I've played this year, this is the one that comes close. If it was for last year as well, that would be Black Myth Wukong for sure. But since we don't have the choice for last year, let's have to say with that one. Best soundtrack. The Unsung Hero deserves to be recognized for its outstanding musical score. It's the OST with the most. When did the... Oh, it's definitely not Nightmares. Hellblade. Senua. Nah, that came out last year. That's a good question. Okay. I'm gonna have to choose. Oh, that one's not there either. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find which games I was playing this year. I can't really refer to all of them. But let's see what the people are choosing to nominate and see if I agree. Best Soundtrack Award, I would definitely pick Hellblade 2. That was last year's choice. Nobody's got any choices. Okay. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I don't know any other games that people are voting for, so Little Nightmares unfortunately is the only one, even though I don't think it's rightfully so for this category, but okay, let's move on. Outstanding Story Rich Game Award. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Some days only a narrative heavy game will hit the spot, and this one packs a wallop. It's as gripping as any soap opera and as well tuned as prestige TV screenplay. Bravissimo for making us feel things. Yeah, these two games are definitely on my radar for that. Story games. I think Midnight Walk is actually a stronger game as a story than Nightmares. I haven't played this game yet, but it has really good reviews and it looks really good. It's definitely on my radar, it's still on my wish list. I wish I actually played it just so that I know if I can vote for it. Midnight Walk is my choice for this year's. Alright, I think this is our last one. Sit back and relax award. This game is in the antidote to a busy day. It's smooth, it's relaxing, it lets your worries melt away. This game is your moment of zen. Moment of zen. I have this game demo on my list to try out, but I can't say if I can vote for it. Vote. Moment of zen. Chants of Sennaar. That's the one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to skip this category because I don't have anything in my library. The one game I wanted to put down here, it doesn't show. Chance. Oh, no. Unfortunately, I have to skip this one. Complete these tasks. Nominate at least one game. Nominate a game in each category. Play a game you've nominated. Did that. Review or update your review for a game you've nominated. Well, why is this not showing up? That's not fair. They need to fix that because this thing doesn't track information very correctly. Both of these games I played, and I nominated them both. Anyways, that's my. Okay, I'm gonna post this on my channel in case people want to see it. But there we go. The Steam Awards. Let's see who wins. We have until December 1st. Alright, see you guys later.